Let's see what we have here. Loser or lunatic?
Mark popped in the DVD and sat down on his brown leather couch, still in his navy golf shirt and khaki shorts from earlier that afternoon. Jack hopped up and took his place at the other end of the sofa.
Wow,
Mark said when he looked up at his TV. The striking woman on the screen was already talking, so he grabbed the remote and turned up the volume. "My friends call me Kiki." He thought he detected a slight accent, and it, or at least something about her, was a turn-on. He hit the pause button. Although she was sitting on a stool, her slim figure was obvious in her snug skirt, which hit her just above the knee. She had one slender leg crossed over the other, and her calves were squeezed together like those 1940s movie stars. Her chestnut-colored hair stopped at the tips of her breasts. Being the cynic he was, Mark wondered if this was an accident, but not for long because her dark brown eyes kept drawing his attention back to her face. The eyes were huge, or maybe they only seemed that way because of the contrast with the lighter skin surrounding them. No, they were big, all right, and he wished he could decode the message they were sending out to him through his TV set. He noticed a swelling sensation down south and realized he'd reacted like he was watching porn. That was fast. 15-year-old fast. He'd found the fountain of youth. Somebody called Ponce de Leon. Whoops, too bad, he's already dead. I'll just have to sit here and leer at her with you, Jack. Mark felt around on the couch for the remote he'd dropped, unwilling to take his eyes off the television. Why would a woman this beautiful need to go to a dating service? He found the remote and hit the pause button again so she could continue. "Before I answer the standard get dated questions, I want to let you know the qualifications I'm looking for in a future husband, so you don't have to waste time with the rest of this video if it isn't you I'm describing. It's just that I'm a little psychic, and this list was given to me in a dream years ago, so it's very important to me."
Bingo, lunatic. Did she really say I'm a little psychic on camera?
She took a small slip of paper from her lap.
"Oh, so that's what a psychic list looks like, Jack."
Mark chuckled. Jack's ears perked up at the sound of his name. "My future husband will be warm and friendly, and everyone will love him," she said. "He'll speak at least 2 languages. The dream didn't specify which 2. He'll be blonde, with brown eyes, and play a musical instrument. Oh, and he'll have a postgraduate degree. I don't know in what." Mark wondered why it bugged him that he didn't meet even one requirement on her ridiculous list. Maybe because she was so gorgeous. The first woman he'd found attractive in months, years maybe, and she was obviously a fruitcake, heavy on the nuts. "Okay, let's see. I'm supposed to talk about my favorites." She folded the slip of paper and adjusted herself on her stool. "Well, I love the second graders I teach, all of them, even the ones who make it difficult. And my dog, Bobby. One day on the way home from school, I saw him wandering in the street, and when I stopped the car, he came over and looked up at me like, 'Here I am, take me home now.' It was as if he could tell by looking at me that I wouldn't turn him away. Maybe he's psychic too." She laughed, and Mark knew he'd had no idea before how beautiful she was. He caught his reflection in the mirrored clock on the wall and realized he'd been watching her with a goofy grin on his face. He straightened up and looked at Jack to see if he'd noticed.
"Bobby? What kind of name is that for a dog?"
Mark asked, in case Jack thought he was losing his edge. Jack cocked his head to one side as if he was considering his answer. "Oh, and I love chocolate," Kiki continued. "But with no coconut or anything hard mixed in because I like to hold it in my mouth while it gets all gooey." She closed her eyes when she said it, as if she were having a sensual experience right there in front of the camera.
She'd be good in bed.